Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Two Beards Podcast. I'm Levi.
Nick.
And what are we drinking?
Drinking some old fashions, my friend.
Quarantine old fashions.
Yes, absolutely. We're unable to go to breweries and buy their delicious beer.
And we don't really go grocery shopping because, quarantine. So here we are.
But kind of go to Target after this to grab the new Star Wars movie. Just saying. Yep.
Amazon's a thing, though.
Yep. Target exclusive. It's their fault.
Okay. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, let me rephrase that. They have the movie everywhere, but they have a special edition thing at Target. And I'm that kind of person. So
I feel like they should have, not with the whole corona.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, you're probably super right, actually. Most movies in theaters are halting and not airing until, months out. A lot of them are even being delayed, like the ones now to August.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Or later.
Right.
It's weird.
It's super weird.
I think we just don't know how long it's going to last. So someone's like, we'll delay it till July. And then here we are.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
No one can still watch movies. Yeah, I'm everything just seems to be getting pushed out farther and farther, but I'm hoping by end of May at least. I can't imagine going into the summer being well, we're all fucked.
Yeah.
Stay inside.
Right. We literally have to be going to Walmart to buy our fucking alcohols and just drink on your front lawn, which don't get me wrong, we're going to do. But it's just also nice to go to breweries and chill outside in the summer.
Well, and it still pisses me off the amount if everyone goes outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, granted, right? The chances of you just being outside with other people pretty fucking unlikely for you to acquire COVID-19. But
absolutely.
Still, if everyone's doing it, then it's what's the whole point of this?
Right. Yeah. Or so my brother was saying too, because he's someone was asking, and I'm like, if I was still doing the podcast. I think that was my mom, and I'm like, yeah. And my brother's like, yeah, and really you shouldn't do that. I'm like, whatever Levi's got, I've got. And he's like, yeah, but who is he seeing? And plus you're going to grocery stores. And I'm like, right, but
I get it.
You just invalidated your own point. The fact that we're also going to grocery stores, completely.
Yeah. I mean, I try to go maybe once every couple of weeks grocery shopping.
Yeah.
I try to push it out really.
Yeah.
And then I literally don't hang out with anyone outside of the podcast.
That's what I said. Yeah, and that's what I told him.
Literally no one.
Right, that's what I told him. I'm the only people that I have seen is Renee and my brother, who I live with.
Yeah.
And you and Elizabeth.
Yeah. We're on the same thing. It's just
it's the only people. So
I don't do anything.
Right.
Trying to be responsible.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's I'm not going out hanging out with people every Friday night people are still trying to do, and I'm like, yo,
we literally have friends that are trying to get an illegal get together, and it's no, I'm not.
I don't care enough to do that.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
But back to the old fashioned.
Yes.
I want to know your thoughts because I've spent a long time kind of refining pieces of my old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
And you've had a few of mine just over time.
Right.
But I think I've gotten pretty close to perfecting this is what an old fashioned tastes like.
Totally. So one thing that I noticed you did differently this time than what I'm used to for what you normally do is normally you use a sugar cube.
Yeah.
Whereas this time you use more of a simple syrup.
Yeah.
But a little bit. I mean, tell me about the simple syrup too, because it's not just normal simple syrup. You made this interesting concoction.
Yeah. So Demerara is a type of sugar. It's unrefined and it doesn't have the molasses removed.
Okay.
So it's kind of similar to brown sugar, but not.
I was gonna say, how does that differ from raw cane sugar? I guess
it is raw cane sugar,
okay.
But it's not because you know how you can get the natural raw cane sugar where it's that brown crumbly stuff, and then there's the white semi-processed raw cane sugar. It's the first one.
Right. Okay.
I think I'm not a sugar scientist, but this is just
to your knowledge.
Roughly, that's probably close to truth.
Fair enough.
And then so kind of like stepping up was moving to Demerara sugar, and then because I think it just adds like a little bit of a like the spice from the molasses kind of taste to the old fashioned.
Yeah.
Pairs well with the Angostura bitters. Recently, I decided to make a Demerara simple sugar, which is just 1 part sugar, 1 part water, and boil it till it's dissolved, and then you're done.
Yeah.
It just helps mix better.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm with you there, because I feel like unless you really go out of your way with muddling the sugar cube and stirring like
a billion times,
by the time you get to the bottom of your drink, it's really sweet.
Yeah. So like one method that I've seen is like slow, like pouring your whiskey in like 3 or 4 sections and like stirring it pretty consistently, and that'll help kind of dissolve it. But making your own simple syrup is the easiest.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so far I've been more than happy with it. So
yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoy this. It is fantastic. And like you said, I've had honestly a bunch of your old fashions over the years, and since meeting you, and like I've gotten more into whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about whiskey at all, but I guess I'm just saying I am enjoying and partaking in it more often than I used to, because it was almost at a big fat zero.
Yep.
And so just, ordering more old fashions out and about. You're really ruining a lot of things for me, man, and it's kind of shitty.
I try.
It's kind of shitty of you. I can't go eat a steak. I can't go get a fucking drink. I might as well be quarantined, because there's not much else that's good out there at this point anyways.
Yeah, I remember going to your birthday dinner and your dad being like, "Why didn't you get the steak?" And you're like, "Because I'm just not going to enjoy it."
Yeah, right. It's not going to be good for him. He knows he can make a better one at his house, so why pay the money to get a subpar steak?
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't get, there have been some places where I'll get a steak this time. I just don't anymore. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Just like, it's just not going to be good enough for me at this point. So the old fashioned is fantastic. I am partial to the cherry as well. I mean, you didn't go with it yourself. I know you like it, but you just didn't go with it this time.
I actually didn't go with it because this glass is too small for the cherry and the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas that glass is a little bit wider, so it just fits a little bit nicer.
Yeah, absolutely. I think your bitter ratio is fantastic. I think that's huge for a lot of people. I mean, either direction, whether they don't add enough or add too much.
Yeah.
It's like the second you touches your lips, you're like, ooh, that's a little off.
Yeah.
So, I think that's people's two biggest mistakes with old fashions, and correct me if you think differently, but is the ratio of bitters, and then also using fake maraschino cherries. It gets that fake sugary juice in here too. And
the other thing is crushed ice in some capacity.
Oh, really?
And then there are old fashioned recipes, like I think it's the Wisconsin old fashioned, that calls for like even adding water. And it like, to me, you're taking away so much of the whiskey flavors by that much. Like, dilution in the old fashioned is good. Like, it's supposed to be a sweeter whiskey drink. And
you have ice in there, so it already is.
Yeah, you're
over
going
time
to
you're adding more
dilute
water. Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing, but like overdone, it just you remove a lot of the whiskey. You have more of the orangey flavors, similar like the place that we went to where they muddled like a slice of orange. I was drinking pulp
like
in
what
whiskey.
What the fuck was that? I just that's my general consensus of anything is don't fucking like Dexter my fruit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be like chewing on my drink.
No one wants that.
Whether it's old fashioned or anything. Renee got a drink somewhere. I think it was the church cantina.
Mm-hmm.
Cool place, but they didn't use maybe they were fresh mint leaves at some point, but they like concocted this like mint leaf simple syrup, and so it had like ground up mint leaves in the drink, and so it's like you're
like they
feeling
put mint in a blender.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And so it's like you're feeling that while you're drinking it. And I'm like, why the fuck would anybody want that? Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
weird.
hard to just like bruise some mint leaves real
Yeah.
quick in a glass. Like, you're probably doing more work making that syrup than you would just making the drink normally for the people that get it.
Yeah. It really, to me, like, I mean, what I did for these old fashions,
Mm.
pretty simple.
Oh yeah, right.
I mean, like maybe lighting the orange juices on fire and kind of singeing the orange
Peels.
a little bit. It was
Yeah.
a little over the top, but I mean, other than that, like 30 seconds to make.
Yeah,
Uh,
for like both of them together too.
Yeah.
It's like it didn't take long at all.
so not a hard drink to get down if you have the right ingredients.
Right.
So it's kind of weird thinking like there's so many bars out there that I've went to, ordered an old fashioned, and just hated it.
Yeah. Like I want to know if it's like they just don't care or if for some reason they like it. I don't know, man.
I mean, I think there's some bars that like just don't have bitters. Even I think
Yeah. That's
some
true.
people just don't know how. There's a lot of times where I've told the bartender how to make an old fashioned, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're there to sell vodka Red Bulls.
Right. Yeah, no shit.
So I don't know, but it's like it's an easy cocktail to make
Yeah.
relatively.
Well, there's not a lot of
Yeah.
ingredients
No,
compared to some other drinks that they
it's just
throw
Demerara
together.
sugar, Angostura bitters. I also use some orange bitters, ice, bourbon. I mean, you have rye, and then bourbon cherries and an orange peel. So
Right.
it's like
Yeah, there's not a lot going on.
No.
It's pretty simple. Yeah, no, that's interesting. You brought that up too, where you're like, some bars probably don't even have bitters, and I've had that old fashioned too, where I'm like, this is just iced whiskey with an
Yeah.
orange peel. That's all I'm drinking right now.
like maybe they put some water in it and stirred it, and like that's it.
Yeah, like I'm like, I don't even think they put sugar in here, honestly.
No,
It's which is like fine, but it's just not what I wanted.
I mean most places will have like some kind of simple syrup, but like I mean, honestly, I think there's enough bartenders out there that don't even know that you put sugar in an old fashioned, so they wouldn't even put simple syrup in it. So
Right.
they're just like ice, whiskey, orange, maybe a maraschino cherry.
Done.
All right.
Okay. Happy to be drinking an old fashioned at this bowling alley.
Yeah.
Bit rough. No thanks. But yeah, this is quite a treat, I will say. So
Speaking of bowling,
Mm.
what do you want to like? Is there anything that like stands out to you? Like you're like, I want to do that after this whole thing ends.
yeah.
Because you said bowling, and I was like, man, I could go bowling right now.
Totally.
I mean, anything sounds good, right?
Right.
So
Honestly, I mean, just like by the time we're out of this, right? Like it's basically gonna be summer.
yeah, I
Like,
mean,
we're-
it feels like it's summer, which is really unfortunate.
Honestly, but I mean, we're gonna be in the consistent 60s and 70s probably at that point.
Yeah.
So the obvious choice, I am so very excited to just go to a brewery and like sit outside and drink a beer.
Dude, that's the one bad thing about Washington, though, is there's not a lot of breweries that have outside seating.
Nah, I mean, we were talking about that when we went to E9. I was like, hey, they have outdoor seating.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
I mean, much like Illinois, we get weather here. So
Mhm.
we're not blessed like California to just have sun always.
Yeah.
And so where I feel like even like your fucking IHOP has outdoor seating. I don't know, it's an exaggeration, but still.
but
like,
not really.
honestly, there might be. So the Steak and Shake in Santa Monica had outdoor seating.
I mean, the Chick-fil-A in Hollywood is like all outdoor. Like there is no indoor.
Yeah,
Other
right.
than the kitchen.
Yeah, seriously.
So
Yeah, and so like you said, not a lot of places have that, but we definitely need to seek those out once
Okay.
all this is over, because that's one of my favorite things to do.
I could do E9 and a pizza.
Oh yeah,
That'd be pretty good.
hell yeah, absolutely. Go be you.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I'm like trying not to think about it. I
Right.
don't want to think about like what are the things I want to do 'cause
That I
then I'll just-
can't right now.
Yeah. But anytime something gets brought up like bowling, I'm always like, man,
That'd be fun.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
could literally do that right now,
hmm
but I can't.
We talked a little bit about a few weeks ago. We were talking about paintballing. That'd
Yep.
be a fun thing to actually come to
Laser
fruition.
tag.
Laser tag. We got to pay off the dudes who work there because I'm not gonna fucking walk around the whole time. Like your boy's gonna be sprinting. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So.
Now we need to like go at a time where it's like just a group of like us. That's it.
Yes, absolutely. We
We
need to do
make
some
our own
research on
rules.
some places
Yeah.
because there's a lot of shitty laser tag places.
It's unfortunate too because we had a lot of good ideas.
I know we did, and it just seems very easy to implement.
Yeah. Maybe we just need to make our own laser tag place. one day.
I'm sure they have something out here like it in Illinois. There's a company that rented out laser tag equipment, and they would come and like bring it to you, and then they also had like paintball bunkers as well, so you could just like set up a laser tag course in your backyard.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I don't know anybody who has a yard here.
Yeah, what is a yard?
What's grass? Yeah, about 2x2
Yeah.
square out there somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited for sun. I'm excited for social interaction.
Just seeing other people.
Yeah. Going on hikes. That's something that I keep bringing up is hikes and camping I really want to do. I mean, not that we can't camp really right now, but
Yeah.
just like it's like a little cold. I don't know.
The other unfortunate thing is Milky Way season is coming up quick.
When's that?
Starts in May.
Ooh, yeah.
So
A lot of parks. I don't think national parks have closed, have they?
I don't know.
Yellowstone did.
I think most parks probably have.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they were staying open even when everything else was shutting down because they're like,
Well,
when are you?
I think what happened was everyone started going. They're like, we have nothing to do, so let's go to this remote place.
Mhm.
Like Elizabeth was saying this, like, let's just go somewhere. And it's like, no.
Right.
Like other people are saying the exact same thing. She's like, but a remote place. And it's like,
That's where
that's
they're going.
where they're going.
Yeah.
That's,
That's true. No, that's absolutely true. I wouldn't even have thought about that, but you're totally right. Because if you're having the idea, chances are everyone else is having the same idea because you can't go anywhere else.
yeah, like we had a friend who went to Snoqualmie Falls recently.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they took a picture that the sign, like, that it was closed. And it's like, yeah, it's closed because people are literally doing what you're doing.
Yeah, everyone is going.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Right. Like they
Stay home.
They legitimately want you to stay in your house. They do
Yes.
not even want you to. They really don't even want you to go to the grocery store, like we
No.
said. I mean, I think we've both been trying to
Limit your grocery store runs. You know, take a walk outside, but like, don't like go somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and I feel like we've been doing pretty good at that. You know, like we said it a little bit earlier, like pretty much just been hanging out with like you guys.
Yeah,
That's it.
and we don't really hang out. It's really just the podcast, and then that's it.
Yeah. Right. No. Yeah. I'm not like.
It's not like we're hanging out together every day. It's just like,
The only times I see you is to do the podcast stuff, which has now been twice a week.
yeah,
Been like banging out because the brews have been closed, banging out the pints and the plays in the same day.
Yeah.
So, which by the way, I'm super excited for. Would have came out for them last Friday.
yes.
So super stoked for that. Or stoked on that.
It's a good one. The first like 3 minutes is a stupid montage of us really just being like, it's funny hearing our commentary over like what happens.
Yes. Spoiler alert, we don't do great.
Well, and then there's this one time where you're like, never run in the gulag, and I'm like, I always run in the gulag, and then I just die
Die.
instantly, like right after that. It's like, well,
Ah.
so there was just like a lot of those moments. It
No, absolutely there was.
was pretty great.
Yeah. That's a good time. It's every time it gets brought up, it's just a good fucking game, man.
Yep.
I'm still stoked on it, honestly.
But yeah, definitely go check that out. It's a lot of fun.
Mhm.
We had a good time recording.
Yeah, I showed Renee that most of the video today, and it's like she was like, I don't really like I get it, but like I also don't like really understand. So like having her watch it, she like kind of started like actually understand the game then.
Yeah.
So I feel like that could be that way with some people. Like I'm sure some people just don't give a shit and don't want to watch Call of Duty.
Especially this one was definitely like 100% entertainment. It
Right.
wasn't like Call of Duty.
Absolutely. Yeah. So if you don't love Call of Duty, but you just love being entertained, then
Yeah.
maybe this is like the Call of Duty video for you.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let us know.
Yeah. I had fun doing it either way.
Yeah.
It was like a combination of like, I started to get pissed, and then I very quickly just decided, fuck it. This is just hilarious how bad this is. Like it became comical for us.
It was pretty ridiculous. So
yeah. But we made the best of it, I think.
That we did.
So, gosh. Still need to pull that prank on Sal.
Oh, I think today.
Yeah.
So
sick.
Speaking of which, we should probably just wrap this up.
Yeah.
There's no reason to ramble on.
5 out of 3, buddy. That's what I'm giving this.
Great.
So it's fantastic. I've never had a better old fashioned in my life. So good shit.
It's good to hear.
GG.
Well, we can't because 6 inches. Cheers. 6 feet away. Cheers. Yeah. Corona things.
Later, guys.
Later.